What's up, everyone? I'm the Friday Night Renegade, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZephnexTV. I'm WB Billy Boutro, being joined by the one, the only, studly man, Ashley. Ashley, how you doing?
So I'm being distracted by your gaming. I'm doing good.
Well, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw for the week of August 27th, 2012. And we open up with Jerry Lawler. This is basically a follow-up segment to what happened at the end of last week's Monday Night Raw when CM Punk kicked Jerry Lawler in the back of the head. And I firmly believe at that point in time, Ashley, that's when CM Punk went full heel.
Oh, yeah, no. He was on the verge of, he had a point where he was saying that he was trying to get respect and everything, but over the course of a night he became Ultimate Warrior heel. No, Ultimate heel, no.
Yeah.
Okay, heel.
Well, CM Punk debuted a different hairstyle. Do you think that, like, in accordance with a different character from CM Punk, I guess, maybe it would be a time for him to debut a new hairstyle?
I don't know, I just thought they might have been backstage and somebody said, "Hey, Sean," and they're like, "Okay."
Well, as far as this segment goes, it was CM Punk's attempt to try to get into a match with Jerry the King Lawler, and Lawler said he would think about it. As far as this segment goes, I thought it was a really good opening. 4 out of 5. Ashley, what did you think?
Yeah, 3.5, 4 out of 5. It was a good, strong opening.
Opening match.
I'll think about it, though.
Opening match for this week's Monday Night Raw featured Ryback, and I can't call him Old Pink Eye anymore, because apparently they got that thing fixed.
Apparently Brock Lesnar's wounds have healed.
Yes.
Allegedly.
But now he's taking on Jack Swagger. Now, they really could have gone somewhere interesting with this, because remember the last time they had an encounter with Ryback and Jack Swagger, Swagger was actually taking it to Ryback for the first time before Ryback ultimately dominated Jack Swagger. What in the world has just happened to Jack Swagger? I mean, why have people just lost the appeal of Swagger? I mean, when he first came into the WWE, he was like really strong. He had a run as ECW champion. Then he had a short run as World Heavyweight champion. Then he's been like multiple time United States champion. And now all of a sudden he's jobbing to people. I mean, what is it about Swagger that has just lost the appeal to the WWE?
The universe doesn't like his character anymore.
Really?
And he hasn't really changed his character since he first came in. Ever since he got that ECW title back in 2008. He never has really changed it up a lot. And that was pretty much why, to be honest. He needs to, if you notice at the end of the match, by the way, spoilers, Ryback won. He said, "That's it." So, and you notice as well that they said that he's been on a losing streak since January.
Yeah.
He's going to figure himself. He's going to suddenly become a new character.
Oh God! I hope he doesn't become the third man in the Hawkins Rex strip team. Ugh.
Well, remember, Rex isn't there anymore.
Oh God! I just
have If you look at it, the WWE made the wrong move when it came to Vicky.
Yeah, they needed to keep her with Swagger. As far as I'm concerned, Ziggler
can easily go heel by himself.
Yeah, now.
I mean, he showed that last night. What did he do last night? Come out. Well, spoilers for what came ahead. He comes out with Jericho's music, does his promo, and then has a match. Ultimate heel kind of entrance. And it was without Vicky anywhere being there. And you know what? It would have made more sense for Swagger to have it, because Swagger still needs more time and more work.
Yeah.
Even though he's had the tech belt longer than Ziggler, Swagger, I think, he wants to work out what he wants to do, because obviously with his finisher, people are just going to say, oh, because you're All-American state champion, and your finisher is the ankle lock. Some fair comparisons are going to be made to other people.
Shamrock! As far as his Ryback Jack Swagger match goes, kind of typical, not bad, but again, it's Ryback squashing another person. I gotta go 3 out of 5 on this one, Ash.
3.5 out of 5, because it was good to see Ryback and really going over with the crowd, and also who knows what's going on with Swagger.
Well, speaking of Vicky Guerrero, she was kind of involved in this next match, in a sense. It's Layla taking on Natalya, who we haven't seen on TV in quite some time. Vicky Guerrero comes out and starts complaining about the whole situation with AJ making the match, where if Ziggler would have lost to Jericho, he would have lost the Money in the Bank contract. As far as Layla and Natalya goes, 2 hot divas who can pretty much wrestle, actually, when you say. Who are not in the game. WWE 13, for those of you who are living under a rock. And then the match...
Or any other wrestler that's going to have a movie career.
The match ends. Vicky Guerrero comes out, demands that... starts throwing out cockiness and about AJ and starts saying all kinds of stuff. Then AJ comes out, and then next thing you know, to quote Joey Styles, "Cat fight! Cat!" Or maybe in this case, "Cat Cougar fight! Cat Cougar fight!"
I would say something about a lion.
Oh, God. Poor people over in Essex. I will say this about AJ, actually. She's probably about the only diva who can actually make a business suit look hot.
Yes, but what really is her purpose as GM?
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
Could have given it to somebody that has more seniority.
And they give it to a young person like AJ.
You could have given it to another diva, like Lita, like Trish. Somebody that's probably a legend, but just coming back to try and have the female power figure that you're trying to do, because you're trying to get your boss's wife into the Senate. Because that's why I think they've done it. Look, a woman in power, isn't this a great thing? Bo McMahon.
Now, this is probably going to shock a lot of people, but my rating on Layla and Natalya, I was actually impressed. 4 out of 5.
The match is 4 out of 5, but the segment drags it down to a 2.
With Vicky and AJ?
Yeah. You have your divas on, and just before they even start, Vicky goes, "Sorry, I've got something to say." The match starts. She stood there outside the ring, waiting for them to finish. And then when they do finish, get the hell out of the ring. Yeah, well, just your respect.
Yeah.
Silly writers. Just no. Moving swiftly on.
Well, let's talk about a segment that took place throughout the night. It was Daniel Bryan's anger management therapy session.
Part 1.
Part 1.
Which Doris gets her out.
Oh, God.
Which is ironic, because that's what nearly happened.
Yeah, considering the fact that Daniel Bryan's proclaiming he doesn't have any anger problems, then next thing you know, we get a kid and a goat mask coming in. And apparently Daniel Bryan thinks it's a rip on him since CM Punk called him a goat face. Hashtag trending right now. And it turns out it was just the doctor's kid who was in a play.
In Noah's Ark.
In Noah's Ark, yeah.
Or as I call it, Evan Almighty.
Oh, Lord. Entertainment-wise, comedic-wise, I give it a 4.
Oh, no. 2.5.
Really? Well, it's going to get better. Well, trust me, guys, it will get better.
the anger management segment was saved by one part, and we will get to that. That's probably one of the best. Well, personally, probably me and Billy, because we know our history.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Then we had John Cena taking on the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. Very decent match between these two guys. I know a lot of people like to rip on The Miz for everything he's done, but last night he was actually very good in his match with Cena.
He did what he had to do.
Huh? Yeah.
He did what he had to do. He basically beat the crap out of Cena for most of the match. Cena gets the win with his 5 moves to do, but it makes both of them look strong.
Definitely, definitely. And it also makes the Intercontinental title look strong in a sense, too, if you think about it.
Which is what it needs after the last few months, because although the Christian Cody matches were good, Miz can probably take that at a new angle. Of course, the dilemma is it is a SmackDown title at the minute, even though you've seen it on Raw more than you are probably on SmackDown. So the thing is, with it being where it is and being multi-brand, technically Miz could probably go for either belt.
Yeah.
Well, title-wise. So if he did go, I think it's rebuilding momentum that he's got after the landmark year that he had last year. I mean, PWI this year says that CM Punk's best in the world. Last year it was Miz. Okay, he's nowhere near being the best this year. He's had a fall, but that's because I think you get it quite a lot with champs. I mean, look at Sheamus. He had the belt, then didn't have it for a couple of years, and now he's had it ever since Mania. It's about 140, 50 days.
Something like that. Somewhere on that timeline. But John Cena and The Miz, I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. Great match. Both guys look really strong. And, doesn't matter who really came out the winner in this one, because as far as the matchup, the way it was worked to both people's advantage. Making both look strong, as you said. So I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5 on this one, Ash.
Agree. 4.5 out of 5.
Next, we got Daniel Bryan, Anger Management Therapy, Part 2. Where Harold, as also known as...
Which one do you want? Scorpio Sky, Mason Andrews?
Well, he gave us both.
What the hell was his jobber name when he took on Ryback 4 weeks ago?
I don't know. I don't know, but so much for TNA signing him.
And open Phil McCracken.
Oh, Lord. But,
yeah, he wanted to... I wanted to say that last week, but I didn't get the chance to be on the review, so it happened this week. Boom.
Oh, God. But anyway... Well, like I was saying, so much for TNA signing Mason Andrews starting contract. They just missed out on a really great talent as far as I'm concerned. From what I've seen from him in the X Division, for the X Division tournament, Mason Andrews, I thought he was a really good talent, and I think TNA is just missing out. But as far as this segment goes, apparently Harold was sharing the fact that he had a bad boss. And Daniel Bryan said, no, I have a bad boss. My boss is my ex-fiancée, ex-girlfriend, who's trying to drive me nuts and made me come to this anger management therapy session. And lo and behold, the final patient shows up. And you know what? Even though it was entertaining, actually, I thought it was quite predictable that the last anger management therapy patient was Kane.
It's Kane with the mask!
Kane with the mask! Oh my God, Kane with the mask!
Yeah, it was probably predictable, given that it was all about Anger Man. It would have been less predictable if it was actually Charlie Sheen. Because that's what they're building it to be quite honest.
Oh, it would have been more fun if Charlie Sheen was the therapist. Because remember, in his latest show, he's playing a therapist.
Oh, he could have just been a guest therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Winning!
3 out of 5 on that part, Ash. What do you think?
Yeah, 3.5. Well, no, 2 out of 5 because it's predictable, and we know what predictable means.
Boring.
Titties and beer.
Oh, no. God. Next up, we had the one-man band, Heath Slater, taking on Santino Marella. Now, I've said it before, and I said it on my SmackDown review, and I'm going to go ahead and say it now. The WWE has made the United States Championship into a joke, and that's all it's been. You know, I will agree, Santino Marella is entertaining, but come on. The United States title used to have prestige in the wrestling world. It used to be a sought-after title. And nowadays, they just hand it down to people who are a joke. No offense to Antonio Cesaro, but look who the previous champion was. Santino Marella. And what did he do with the United States title? Absolutely nothing. Kind of reminds me of Ezekiel Jackson's run with the Intercontinental title. Oops, yeah, I said it. But as far as this match goes, Santino Marella put on the Cobra. Then next thing you know, we hear Oksana's music. And I know, Ashley, you got something to say about Oksana. I'll let you get to it as soon as I'm finished. But the Cobra strikes Heath Slater. Santino Marella gets the pin. I'm going to go 3 out of 5 on this one again, because I'm just not liking where this thing is going with Santino Marella, Oksana, and Antonio Cesaro, and the fact that the WWE has turned the United States title into a freaking joke, and they need to cut it out, to be honest with you.
It's not a joke, because Antonio should be champion, because he's a good wrestler. It's just...
But when Santino had it.
Yeah, that's the thing. They gave it to Santino, and then it's like, after 2 months, the writers gave up, and it was like, what do we write? I just forget about it. Just get him, give toys to the crowd with once. No! So, I'm not against Cesaro, but it's just Oksana. 1 letter. 25th letter of the alphabet. Why? Just, you can't wrestle, you can barely talk English that makes anybody understand. Nearly as bad as Triple H, but just, the match as well. The Cobra smitten, a fucking sock is smitten with a woman who's got more plastic than a credit card. Just... Her hair's plastic, her boobs plastic.
Oh, Lord.
She's got more plastic than if you melted down 55,000 Barbies and turned them into a life-size Oksana. And that's probably saying something. It's like the purpose of Rosa Mendes, which, you might find her hot dancing, but if you've got women involved in wrestling, I like to see them wrestle. And to be quite honest, Oksana can't. Rosa can't. I'm trying to think of anybody else off the top of my head. But yeah, just get rid of Oksana, put her on the boat back to wherever it was in Eastern Europe that she's from.
Wasn't it Helsinki? I think it was.
I don't think she's Finnish.
Oh.
I don't think she's from Finland. I can't be bothered to even research it. That's how much I don't like the character or her. Which is nothing against her. I'm sure she's a good person, but it's just the way she presents herself at the wrestling, utter crap. And for those of you that don't agree with don't be a bully, be a star, the WGS doesn't support that.
Well, yeah.
We have our own thing. Have tough bones.
Yeah.
Just to be quite honest, nearly everybody on YouTube has, you're stuck, you should die. So if you want to put that underneath, you're a douchebag.
Well, whereas on here, you actually get intellectual and entertaining commentary when it comes to Monday Night Raws, Impacts, and SmackDowns. You know, you're not just going to hear, this guy sucked, this guy sucked.
All I can say about that is thank God Chris isn't on.
Oh, Lord. Next up, we had a tag team match. It was Brodus Clay and Sin Cara taking on Damien Sandow, and apparently the only person who can have an intellectual conversation with Damien Sandow in the WWE, talking about Cody Rhodes. Lenny Poffo? Hello, genius. Anyway, great match between these two. They're really putting a lot of more emphasis into this thing with Sin Cara and Cody Rhodes. That's for sure. Michael Cole was just milking that on commentary. And by the way, I said it on SmackDown. I'll say it here on the Raw review. Michael Cole, you are an embarrassment to commentators and white people. As far as this match goes, great match between these four guys. Brodus ends up squashing Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes attempts the disaster kick, the beautiful disaster kick, and gets headbutted in the chest. And one splash later, Brodus wins, and Sin Cara started dancing with Brodus and the Funkadactyls, along with the kids this time. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. He gets a 0.5 out of me because of the Funkadactyls. That's all I'm going to say.
3 out of 5 because it's a decent storyline, because you got the Sandow thing and Clay, which is kind of pushing both. But obviously, if the Clay film is coming out, because he's a baddie in that, you can't have him good for too long, because you can't have him be a goodie and then a baddie. It's like something's going to have to happen with Hornswoggle if he is going to be in this Leprechaun reboot, as they keep saying that might happen. I'm just... I'm not sure, but we'll see. But yeah, overall, I'd probably say 3 out of 5. It's fair. The Cody Sin Cara thing, I'm kind of unhappy to see, because I feel I've seen it before with somebody called Mysterio.
Yeah, where his mask was on the line.
What is it about Cody Rhodes and hating Mexicans with masks?
I don't know. I mean, his father, the American Dream, donned a mask in the NWA for a short period of time. For those
don't be a bully, Cody. Just be a Mexican.
Oh, Lord. Then next up, you know what, Ashley? I'm going to let you have the honor and the privilege of talking about the finale of the Daniel Bryan Kane Anger Management Therapy session.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember every little vivid point of it. It was basically, it must have been discussion about everything. And they went, okay, Kane, now that you're here, could you take your mask off, please? And then the kid with the marking out about Kane with the mask is going, don't take it off, Kane! I like it with the mask! And he doesn't. And then he says, okay, just to get things started, tell us about your childhood. And Kane just goes, he's like, he sits there for a few seconds and then just like exhales. Well, for many years of my childhood, I was in constant fear, given that my brother set my parents on fire and burned our house down. Then I spent years in solitary confinement in mental institutions until I managed to escape and get revenge on my brother by burying him alive. Twice. Since then, I've burned people. I've kidnapped many of my co-workers. Plus, I've even electrocuted a man's testicles. I had a girlfriend named Katie, who, well, let's just say it didn't work out. I've been married, I've been divorced. Sadly, he didn't mention about the kid being kicked.
Oh,
he didn't mention the abortion thing. Do you think they're Republican? Oh, sorry, no politics. Oh, that's the opinion of me, and I can give it because I'm British. Yeah, married, divorced, suffered many different heartaches, and oh yeah, I for some reason have some overwhelming urge to torture and maim Pete Rose.
Oh, man.
And then the therapist is like, okay, that's all for today. This is 5 out of 5 just because it's Attitude Era.
Oh yeah.
And also because since that clip happened, you know what trended worldwide for about 8 hours after it?
What?
Katie Vick.
Yeah.
Katie Vick trended worldwide. Did WWE want to mention that? No.
5 out of
It's like
5.
last week, thanks to somebody, trending was WWE porno names.
Oh Lord. Go ahead.
It's always nice to see the thing that WWE doesn't want to be mentioned that's trending on Twitter.
5 out of 5 for me. I also got to mention that Harold wanted to share an embrace with Kane, and Kane. Well, he did embrace Harold with
chokeslam, yeah.
what a near chokeslam.
And then he said, "You're welcome."
Well, speaking of Daniel Bryan,
Scorpio Sky was shit. I'm on 3 different TV shows in the last year. Oh.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan, he's involved in the next match. It's him taking on R-Truth with Kane on commentary.
So Jimmy. No.
No, Kane wasn't on commentary. No, Kane was on. No, he was on with Zack Ryder and David Otunga. All right, I apologize. But R-Truth.
Well, have we talked about Jerry Lawler by now?
Yeah, Jerry Lawler is accepted at this point in the show. Has accepted CM Punk's challenge, and AJ made it a Raw active match. It was between a tables match, a no disqualification match, or maybe the big shiny metal thing that everyone saw already on TV, the big steel cage that was hanging above the arena. Kind of like WWE influencing their votes, maybe? Oh, they can't really do that, can they? Oh, yeah, wait, they've already done that, so so at this point, Josh Matthews is on commentary, and I must say, Josh Matthews actually worked a little bit better with Michael Cole, to be honest with you, especially on a live TV format. As far as R-Truth and Daniel Bryan's match is concerned, R-Truth got on the microphone and started the yes chants going, and Daniel Bryan was trying to find his center. You know, he was trying to relax, but
Chakra.
And then
Chakra.
and he couldn't hold it, and he just started screaming, grabbed the microphone, started screaming no at a random guy, or maybe.
And then the most ridiculous finish happened.
He got counted out.
Wins by countdown.
Yeah. 3.5 out of 5 from me. That's all I can say. You know, to be honest with you, I just didn't find it very appealing. I mean, yeah, the anger management therapy session, or the finale of it, was really, really good. But the matchup, I don't know, Ash.
I'd say, yeah, I'd give it 3 out of 5 because we get it. The anger management isn't finished. They said in the segment before that next week they have to bring a feeling collage. Whatever the fuck
Anger
that
collage.
is. I don't care, something collage.
Next up on Monday Night Raw, we had Triple H come out and address the crowd about whether or not he is finished as a professional wrestler. Now, actually, what he said last night is very open to interpretation, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's more a case of what he didn't say.
And that was the word retired. Yeah, but what about his mannerisms, you know, and, you know, the way he conducted himself in the promo? It kind of would make you believe that maybe this was a retirement speech, even though he never said the word.
It was until the very last sentence.
And that was?
Thank you for letting me play the game. Because that seemed more of a catchphrase than a farewell.
Well, all this time, he's been the game.
Yeah, but no, I think we'll see him again. But obviously, they wanted to do it as if he's going to retire, which makes sense because down the line, he's just going to have to be a man in a suit.
Yeah.
You can't have him going in one-on-one matches on and off. The only reason I think Triple H did it for that CM Punk match this time last year at Night of Champions was because they had a shortage of fit talent because people were injured.
Yeah, and it originally
something
scheduled
to happen.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was originally scheduled to be Nash and CM Punk, and they changed it up to Triple H and CM Punk.
Yeah, because Nash had some problems. Then obviously Triple H faced Nash, which, you know, that probably would suffice as Nash's last match. But Triple H has got something left in him. He's got one more match.
And you know
whether it's with Lesnar, certainly ain't going to be with Taker. We can't do that again.
No. Not 3 times in a row.
How? Really surprise everybody. Triple H versus The Rock. It was one of the best feuds that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Both are successful in their own rights in their fields now, arguably.
Arguably, that's the key word there. What we're going to do is I want to take this out to the viewers and subscribers. And I want to get everyone's opinions on that. So if you guys are watching at this point in the video, we want to know, well, basically, I want to know for sure, is how do you interpret what Triple H did and said during his segment on Monday Night Raw? Do you believe that he's finished? You know, is he retiring? Even though he never necessarily said the words? Or, you know, how do you guys interpret it? I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. As far as this segment goes, actually, I got to go 5 out of 5. Perfect.
Yeah. It was 5 out of 5 until the cheesy line at the end, in which it probably goes 4 to 4.5. But it was, the meaning for it was decent, certainly.
Next up was, apparently, spoiler, what Ashley talked about already, with Dolph Ziggler coming out to Chris Jericho's music, and proud of the fact that he got Chris Jericho canned. So, and it was Ziggler and Alberto as well as Ricardo Rodriguez called him last night. Alberto Del Rio. Yeah. I'm not lying. Go back on YouTube and check it out for yourselves. Taking on Sheamus.
Godfather's back.
Oh, Lord. Sheamus and Randy Orton was the opposing tag team for Ziggler and Rio.
Are there any Mexican pimps up in this house?
Very great match between these 4 guys. I really look forward to seeing what they do now, because on Friday Night SmackDown, they've already got the match set up. It's going to be Randy Orton taking on Dolph Ziggler. Apparently, I guess now maybe working for an Orton-Ziggler feud, since they really can't do Orton with the World Heavyweight title right now.
Yeah, well,
there's
something going on with Orton. We might have to do a secondary video.
Well, we'll talk about that on a possible another video. But as far as this matchup goes, I thought it was really great. Ziggler had the Money in the Bank briefcase and was going to use it on Sheamus. Orton intercepted him, gave him the Orton backbreaker, which led to Sheamus giving him the bro kick. And 3 seconds later, Sheamus and Randy Orton are your winners. Very impressed with all 4 guys. I got to go 4.5 out of 5 on this one, Ash.
Yeah, 4.5 out of 5, I'd agree. Decent match. Nice little tag team. Sets the thing. I'm just fearing this might be going to another Fatal 4-Way. It's just they've replaced Jericho.
Yeah. With Dolph
Ziggler.
Yeah. And next up, we had Zack Ryder and David Otunga, and this is the match came out, and Josh
came out beforehand, and Josh Matthews was just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I mean, if a guy tossed you around like you were a football, would you want to stay around when he comes back out? I wouldn't.
Thank God you said tossed around.
I said thrown around.
You said tossed, but thank God you said around.
Oh, Lord. As far as this matchup goes, it was decent. You know, they need to do something with Ryder and Otunga. I mean, Ryder was getting over on the crowd big time around the end of last year, early this year, with his YouTube show. It fizzled out, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so.
But as far as this match goes, Ryder hits the Rough Rider on Otunga and gets the win. I'm going to go Well, for Kane coming out and kind of adding to it, well, he didn't really add much to it. He really didn't say anything because after the match was over, he looked like he was going to chokeslam Ryder. Then he changed his mind and decided to chokeslam Mr. Baby Oil, David Otunga himself. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5 on this one, Ash.
3, because again, it was just filler for what happens next week.
Next week? More of the anger management therapy?
Anger management.
Alright, for the main event, the Raw Active people chose what's going to be obvious, the steel cage match between Jerry Lawler and CM Punk. I really don't know what to say too much about this one. I really don't know why we had a CM Punk Jerry Lawler match. You know, no offense to Jerry Lawler, he is a Hall of Famer. You know, he was one of the last AWA World Heavyweight Champions. He's had a ton of great matches in Memphis, but I don't know about him in a steel cage match with CM Punk. I mean, yeah, CM Punk, you know, was bleeding on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, CM Punk actually bled on Monday Night Raw. I'm surprised they didn't stop the steel cage match and brought a white hanky down to go ahead and wipe CM Punk's head. They tried?
Well, you know, they had the... Charles got his rubber gloves on, didn't he?
Yep, and CM Punk... in the end, CM Punk puts on the Anaconda Vice, gets Jerry Lawler to tap out, and he was kind of holding on to it after the bell had sounded, but he let go, and as soon as he steps out of the cage, wow, magic towel just goes across the head of CM Punk and magically wipes the blood away. And then next thing he comes back out and wants Jerry Lawler to say on the microphone that he's the best in the world. Lawler won't do it, and he starts beating him up. Oh, we got to mention that at this point, CM Punk has padlocked the steel cage shut, so they couldn't. Nobody could get in. John Cena runs out, and by the way, we also had the announcement that at Night of Champions, it'll be John Cena and CM Punk for the WWE Championship again. John Cena's wanting the cage to be raised. As soon as they get it up, CM Punk exits out. John Cena comes in, and that's the end of the show. 4 out of 5 from me. Now, if what CM Punk did last week really didn't cement him as a heel, I gotta feel that what he did last night on Raw kind of did the job.
Indeed.
And I don't know what else we can have CM Punk do to try to turn heel. I mean, you know, he started bad-mouthing people, disrespecting people, kicking people behind the head. Now they had him beat up Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler after a steel cage match. What else?
He could get John Cena and put him on a cross, a la The Undertaker.
Your thoughts on the last match?
4 out of 5, I'd say, because the whole thing that Cena was like, get the cage up. Climb in, you stupid fucker. Seriously, it's not that far. Climb in. Why wait for the thing to raise? Why didn't everybody have bolt cutters? Why didn't you have Mark Henry? He can break doors.
Yeah.
Wow. If you see that one Botchamania clip, sometimes he takes a long time to break doors, you know. It was a good match, certainly, and the finish was paid off, but although I'm excited to see it, I don't know whether I want to see CM Punk versus Cena 4.
Well, we're going to be seeing it nonetheless at Night of Champions. Overall score on Monday Night Raw this week, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. It was a very decent show. Great opening with Lawler and CM Punk. The anger management therapy sessions, the first 2 parts kind of sucked, but the third one was great with King kind of describing his childhood and everything he's done in the past, including electrocuting someone's testicles. Great match with Cena and The Miz. I must say, Miz and Cena, they really look strong. What the hell is Oksana doing with Santino Marella and Antonio Cesaro and this whole thing with a sock on someone's hand being smitten with somebody? I mean, give me a break, WWE. A great tag match with Brodus Clay and Sin Cara. We're taking on Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes. Again, the whole thing with Triple H really open to interpretation, in my opinion. And so that's what I want to know from you guys. How did you interpret Triple H's segment on Monday Night Raw? Please put your comments in the comment section below. Great match with Sheamus, Orton, and Ziggler and Del Rio. But as Ash has already stated, we could be possibly looking at a fatal four-way with Jericho's spot being taken over by Dolph Ziggler. The Punk Lawler Steel Cage match, again, what CM Punk did in this match did not cement him as a full heel in the WWE. I don't know what else they can do. Ashley, your overall score and thoughts?
Overall, I'd say somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4, because despite there being good moments, you've got that. If it wasn't for the payoff with the anger management segment, that would have been rubbish. Some of the matches didn't really go anywhere or have any purpose, so to try and level it out, I'd say it's somewhere between 3.5 and a 4, but I'm not going to give you a number because I'm being lazy.
So remember, guys and gals, what we want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, how did you interpret Triple H's segment from Monday Night Raw? We want to hear what you guys have to say. Put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. And don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So for the Studley Man Ashley, I'm Dovey Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.
How does Lisa Ann look like Stephanie McMahon?